Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, finally out for PlayStation 5 and other things. This is the best one in the series when it comes to being a standalone game. There are a bunch of others, and they have various reviews. But what's great about this one is that you don't have to have played the other ones in order to enjoy this one. It does have some connection to the other games, but the characters that you play as don't really have any connection to others. So let's check my options. Is this going to be crazy? Okay, operation with classic. I don't even know. What does that even mean? I always turn vibration off, though. Right. Hopefully all of that stuff is fine. Let's see what classic means. Snap mode. Ready camera is triangle. Okay, so click a picture is R1. That's fine. I wonder what, is there a new? There's action. Oh, because there wasn't an R2 button before. So now you could have... Okay, so run is going to be L2. Alright, let's just keep it classic. Ready camera. It doesn't need to be like a gun. This we'll have to see as it goes. Okay. Press any button. I thought that there would be an opening movie, but they must have taken it out for this one. There was a whole song and a trailer. It's too bad. We're going to start on, since it's the first playthrough, easy. So the way that I do it is easy, normal, and then hard once you got all the good stuff. Adjust the brightness, it's fine. This game is not real, in case anyone was concerned. Alright, and I'll keep an eye on the chat in case anyone watches. I don't see anyone yet.
Madoka, なんか思い出せた？ずいぶん前のことだし。私たち5人が映っていたのは確かにこの建物ね。ねえ、美咲、本当にここに来ればよかったのかな？写真の場所でも何も思い出せなかったし。もう帰ろう。私の言う通りにしてればいいの。まどかもあんな風になりたいの？そう、私たちを見てしまった。今私たちの番だ。神隠しにあった5人が順番に。そういえばこの感じ。どこに連れて行くの？連れて行かないで。美咲。
Right away, Madoka's not wearing the correct shoes for this. Prelude Blossoming Madoka Tsukimori. So it looks like they used a new engine for most of that cutscene, but then the flashbacks were actually the original flashbacks from the Wii version. Alright, you can walk, you can look around. So, it used to be... Ooh, that's going to be a new thing. Find Misaki SL. That's more like a Fatal Frame 5 thing that they added to this. I guess you don't get confused. The graphics, yeah, a little bit nicer. The clothing features some updates. Rusted newspaper rack containing several ancient-looking newspapers. Paper crumbles to the touch, and the print is too faded to read. Not that exciting. Let me check the... Not that button. Is it triangle? Is it square? It's square. So this is pretty much what it looks like. Let me do it again. Oh. It used to have a neat animation in the back where you would see a window closing and it made a very satisfying sound. I miss it already. Let's see. So none of this is maybe the options button? No, options is map. The touchpad is settings. So let's do camera sensitivity. Search mode, photo mode. Let's do way, all the way up, because it's so slow right now. All the way up. Awful sound. I wish there was a button to do it faster. This is as fast as it goes. Okay, let's see how this looks now. Okay, good. Because when ghosts are coming, you can't... Is there a whip around button? There used to be. There's this. What's that? No. Oh, she looks so tall. Oh, it uses the Fatal Frame 5 controls, where you turn around like this, and then your auto run makes you look in that direction. Okay, so if you played Fatal Frame 5, it's just like that. Okay. There used to be a slow reach out and touch. I wonder if they don't have that anymore. Photos lie scattered on top of the cabinet and in the drawer. The photos have faded and are no longer recognizable. It's a lot of whipping around. I'm getting whiplash. Anything back here? It's so dark. And she looks so tall in this version. I don't think she was this tall before. Ooh, something to examine. Old screen doors are piled up. They look broken and unusable. This is a clue to the player. Can't go that way. Misaki-chan.
Misaki.
Very, very airy looking shades. Lace curtains, blackened with mold, hang in front of an old frosted glass window. A cold atmosphere hangs oppressively just outside the thin glass. I'll go outside, I guess. You can run like I was doing. You can quick turn. Oh, it's L3 or R3. So you can do this. Whoosh, whoosh. And these doors can't possibly be moved. Very smooth. Ooh, this is nice. Ooh, spooky ooky. It's dusty. Is that Misaki's flashlight on the floor? She won't mind if I steal it then. I'm just gonna borrow it. Your flashlight works like a flashlight. It's not Misaki's. She's... See, those are the shoes you need for ghost hunting. You gotta have a heel on them, otherwise the ghost gets you.
Misaki.
She telekinetically closes the door. This says middle garden. Shiniwas, maybe? I don't know how to pronounce it exactly. Gotta find Misaki. I noticed they didn't change the voice acting either. They just kept the original lines in here, which is fine because they did a nice job even back then on Wii. What? She just went in. It's gotta be locked from the inside. It's a Dark Souls door. Misaki? Oh, I can actually make out what that says. It's showing a picture of another place. The second floor nurse's station. Alright. Guess we're going this way. This is my run speed, by the way. This is top speed. It doesn't get any faster than this. You can't keep up with this high-octane action. This might not be the right game for you. Sprinting down the halls. I like this faint blue light, though. That's nice. Oh. Dareka. And the flashlight looks good. I wonder how it will look as I illuminate some really dark places. Yeah, everything is so good. Even this grain in this wood looks nice. Okay. So what we saw just just earlier was an example of I think they call them vanishing ghosts, which are, it's when you see a ghost just for a second, because it wants to lead you somewhere. It wants you to see something and say something. So we'll be following those ghosts. I don't think this takes me there. Whoa, she kind of like locked onto the door. She scooted right over to it. Oh, creepy masks. Who puts a table? Oh, yikes. That ghost also telekinetically closes doors. But who puts a nightstand here? Like, what could possibly be in this drawer? I noticed there's like blue motes of light in this hallway. They didn't have that in the original one. I wonder if that's just supposed to be dust, but it's spooky dust. Definitely makes it feel like your allergies would kick up. That's the sound of there's a ghost nearby. She's right in front of me. Oh. Her mouth is hanging wide open. In the original version, it wasn't like that. And they didn't tell you what that line was in English before. So you just had to kind of guess, and I always assumed that she was saying, like, welcome back. But I guess it's go back to your room. Oh, there's no one here somehow. You can examine stuff. Let's see how it works in this game. So previously, you would just kind of cast your flashlight around, and yep, stuff would glow. And then you pick it up. Let's see if you reach out. Yeah, I still do slow reach out. Oh, but you couldn't do this in 5. In 5, if you let go halfway through, you go all the way back. And this you can kind of scoot up to it. There's a reason to do that. Nurse's memo. Something's written on the paper. I put the key to the museum on top of my desk. There are a lot of irreplaceable objects in the museum, so please take care to keep the door locked at all times. All right. I'll do what I want, though. Old patient records and files are scattered over the counter. Like, this is not even that disorganized to me, and they describe it as though it's such a mess. Right, the blue filament is telling me that there's an object somewhere. Nope. Ivy pattern key. Has a museum right on it. I'll go to the menu screen, and you can view stuff, but I'm not gonna. Now, yeah, it did this in the previous game where it will show you exactly where the key goes so that you don't have to guess. There's a lot of backtracking. And you revisit stuff constantly. Like, if you think we're done with stuff in this room, wrong. In case you don't know, this is a fire extinguisher right here. Like, all buildings, like, have it that says, like, a Japanese that says, put out fire thing. Time to run from the music. Music can't get you if you run. So, as long as you don't run too fast. It can get you if you go too fast or too slow. Oh, it's gonna get me. The rhythm's gonna get me. Maybe open stairs that way.
思い出したくない。早くここから出ないと。美咲を探さないと。
I think that last camera angle was new. It was very dramatic. So, Madoka is not even one chapter into this game. And she's like, I don't want to play anymore. Let's get Misaki and book it. She's like, I don't care that this is a beloved series. I don't care if this game finally came out for PlayStation. And I think it's even on the Switch. I'm out. Oh, nice little lighting down there. I don't necessarily know if the better graphics make it more or less scary. Sometimes less is more. It's definitely beautiful. I'm kind of surprised with the blue light because the way that these Fatal Frame games are designed, each game has like a primary color. And in this game, the color is yellow. So they kind of made everything either black, white, or yellow. So it's interesting to see that they're actually making use of some blues. Whoa, it's static. Her face doesn't give very good reception. Wow, and Madoka's like, I switched from cable a long time ago. I only screamed. I guess that counted as hiding, maybe? Okay.
Misaki?
This is not Misaki. An old portrait hangs on the wall. The plaque reads, Kunihiko Aso. He must be the man in the picture. His the last syllable of his name is long. But they don't show it in this. Collection of old books. The name Kunihiko Aso can just about be made out in places. An object. The name Kunihiko Aso is written on it. Those with spiritual potential can see shadows, forms invisible to the average person, the souls of the dead, vestiges of thoughts left behind in a place. My camera obscura was created to capture these clues to the spirit world, and I now have a chance to improve its capabilities even further. In the course of my research here, I have discovered that the materials used in the mask making on Rogetsu Isle can improve the camera obscura's ability to capture those shadowy forms on film. I have also come to believe that the camera obscura holds a power greater than I ever had expected. The writing on this is a little different than it was in the fan translation. I hope they still have my favorite line. This is the power of the camera obscura to affect these shadows when photographing them. It is something like the exorcism that those with spiritual potential refer to. It is my experiments on this island that have brought me to this bold conviction. I have decided to donate a camera obscura to the owner of the hotel. I did not explain why I was donating it, but I cannot help but feel that there will come a day when this island will need the power of the camera obscura. I only hope that I am wrong and that such a day will never come. So the fan version of this was very close to this. It wasn't quite as maybe expertly written. It was a little more down to earth. And they kept the last line as the second to last bit where they say that that I'm leaving a camera here in the hotel just in case. not making any reference that he didn't explain why he was donating it. And then the last line was, I hope that day never comes, or something like that. Or I hope that its power will not be needed. And I always thought that was such a great line, and even this one is all right. I only hope that I'm wrong, and that such a day will never come. Because the only time an item like this would ever be useful is if there was some kind of horrible disaster that generated an endless supply of ghosts. And even just using the camera itself is dangerous. It would be especially unfortunate if it were ever to be needed. Speaking of, I sometimes compare the camera to being like R2-D2 from Star Wars, where it's inanimate, but it almost acts as though it has some kind of sentience, and so there we saw the camera shaking itself to get Madoka's attention. It could just be a fan theory, but I almost think of it like a party member. It's an old camera. This must be Professor Oso's camera obscura. Oh, there's some kind of watery effect over there. The camera obscura is a special camera with the power to view and seal away the inconceivable. Oh, what a sentence. When a wraith appears, that's a new word, you can seal it away by taking photos of it with the camera obscura. You can take photos, you can lock on. Lock on is the same as the on button. Here we go. So the filament at the top shows you the general direction of the ghost. So she's there-ish. Then I can lock on, here we go. And then I take a picture of the counterattack. So I gotta wait for it to be almost touching me. It's what makes combat so great. And then... Oh, was that too soon? Oh, I got it. That was actually a good shot. I got her during what's called a shutter chance, which is when you get her right as a counterattack. It's gone. Was that a person? Well, it just got interesting. Here, maybe if you look at these other cameras, this assortment of cameras that all seem rather antiquated, you'll reconsider leaving. It's a neat place. Worn books line the glass case. Dampness has caused the print to run, making them illegible. Oh, it never said that in the fan version. But if you've ever written with like a fountain pen, you know that you get that wet and it's done. Let me see if I have the... I don't have a camera menu. I guess she hasn't unlocked the secret of cameras. Old scraps of newspaper have been pinned up. They're mostly illegible, but Professor Aso can be made out in places. Alright, so we saw that the camera... Oh, yikes. What is that? They didn't have that before. Like that face on the door, that's creepy. So, the camera, like, took a picture, kind of, for Misaki. Maybe her finger slipped and she took it. Oh, hello. Oh, now's not the time to sleep. Madoka-chan. Just thinking about it. Okay. And I guess she thought about it. The JPEG of the moon means that chapter is over. I'll save the game and stop this first episode there. Thank you for watching.